Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for contacting Rabbani Research, visiting Rabbani Research. We will talk on employer branding today and we will discuss it in detail. When we talk about employer brand is branding and marketing the entirety of the employment experience. It describes an employer's reputation as a place to work and their employee value proposition, as opposed to the more general corporate brand reputation and value proposition to customers. The term employer brand describes people's perceptions of the company as an employer, which is distinct from the organization's reputation as a business or product or services provider. Employer branding is the process of creating and managing an organization's reputation as an employer in order to attract, engage, and retain top talent. Employer branding is the new marketing imperative. Employee-employer value proposition. Your EVP or employee-employer value proposition is a set of qualities that you as an employer want to be known for and associated with. Think of it as your company's core identity as an employer. It commonly takes the form of a core proposition supported by 3 to 5 pillars or key messages. The EVP then serves as a tool to help an employer deliver an internal and external talent touch points in a consistent manner. We can also say that while doing the employee-employer value proposition, the status quo may be mentioned and then the key offerings or contributor, and then the big picture, what the employee wants and what they should be provided for. Candidate experience. This is the overall experience that a candidate has when applying for a job with an organization, including the quality of communication, transparency, and fairness throughout the recruitment process. Employee advocacy. It is a practice, the empowering and encouraging employees to promote their organization's brand and culture to potential candidates and customers. Talent acquisition. Identifying, attracting, and hiring candidates for job vacancies within an organization, typically through a combination of recruitment, marketing, and candidate evaluation technique. Employer brand identity. Visual and verbal elements of an organization's employer brand, such as logos, slogans, and messaging that communicate its value, personality, and mission to employees and candidates. Employer brand equity. The overall value that an organization's employer brand adds to its ability to attract, engage, and retain talent, as well as to its overall business performance. And we can also say that employer symbolic attributes should be there. There should be a perspective of prospective employees, then total working conditions, then marketing activities, and then perspective of current employees. These are the key factors that can fortify employer brand equity. Employer brand strategy, a plan of action that an organization develops to create and promote its employer brand, which typically includes elements such as research, messaging, positioning, and marketing tactics. We can see here in this page, that attraction, experience, and first awareness, then attraction, then experience. These three factors are employer branding strategy measuring successes. Then employee engagement, the degree to which employees feel connected to and motivated by their work, their colleagues, and their organization, and the extent to which this connection positively affects their performance and connectivity. We can see here that in employee engagement, there should be clarity, then autonomy, then strength, then relationship, then growth, then fairness, then workload, and then recognition. These factors are important for employee engagement. Then employer branding metrics, quantitative and qualitative measures that an organization uses to evaluate the effectiveness of the employer branding efforts, such as candidate conversion rates, employee retention rates, and employee satisfaction rates. Here we can see that candidate NPS, employee referral rate, cost per hire, social engagement, candidate quality, career page analytics, open applications expressions of interest, employer brand index, Glassdoor interviews, offer acceptance rate, candidate demographics, and ROI of employer branding. Employer branding channels, various platforms and channels through which an organization communicates an employer brand to candidates and employees, such as social media, job boards, career fairs, and employee referral programs. Then there are visual effect, print media, other websites, brand ambassadors, job boards and aggregators, career events, career site, and so on. Employer brand management, the ongoing process of monitoring, evaluating, and refining an organization's employer brand over time in order to maintain a competitive edge in the talent marketplace and adapt to changing trends and preferences. And at the same time, we need to understand the audience, create compelling content, highlight employee benefits, and showcase company culture. Then talent persona, a detailed profile of the ideal candidate for a specific job or role based on factors such as skills, experience, personality, and values that can be used to guide recruitment and employer branding efforts. In talent branding, a comprehensive approach to employer branding that incorporates both the organization's employer brand and its consumer brand in order to create a cohesive and compelling message to both candidates and customers. Employer brand ambassador, the owner, an employee, or a group of employees who serve as advocates for an organization's employer brand, typically by sharing their positive experiences and promoting the organization's culture and values. Then employee referral program, a recruitment strategy that encourages current employees to refer qualified candidates for open job positions, often incentivized by rewards or bonuses. And in this case, bring your own friend to your own organization. Then employer branding attributes, unique attributes or qualities that set an organization's employer brand apart from its competitors, such as company culture, employee development opportunities, or commitment to social responsibility. Then identify, then profile, then employee attributes and expectations. These are some of them are insight perspectives, and some of them are talent needs. Then candidate experience journey, the overall process and interaction that a candidate has with an organization from initial awareness to being hired, including touch points such as job descriptions, website, application process, interviews, and onboarding. We can see that there are some positive experiences and there are some negative experiences. So that's the experience journey. In recruitment marketing, the process of using marketing strategies and tactics to attract and engage potential candidates for job openings within an organization. Recruitment marketing addresses more immediate talent needs, and these activities each usually span 6 to 12 months. And here is an example of recruitment marketing, and we can see that this is an ad for hiring insurance advisor. Then employee retention refers to the process of keeping employees within an organization for a longer period of time. It involves creating a work environment that is conducive to the employees, and this way we can say hire, train, reward, and then retain. Employer brand positioning. In brand positioning, we need to understand how the potential employees or the current employees perceive the organization. Is it a good paymaster? Is the environment is good enough? Is the management is good enough? Is the product assortment is good enough? And so on. So, from that perspective, and a potential employee will decide to come or join this company or not.